Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start here. Like always, none of this is financial advice. Always do what's best for you. Just use this for your education, entertainment purposes only. I'll slowly start out with a market update as people join. So here we are, guys. I just posted my GME AMC update. So Dow Jones, just this kind of big picture real quick where we are. So again, it's a very bullish count in the Dow Jones, 1 2 1 2 1 2. So 1 2, all these series of 1 2s here in the Dow Jones could be playing out to a 3 of 3 to the upside. That would be a pretty explosive move. It's hard to see what would cause that type of excitement given the amount of pessimism in the market right now, given rates higher for longer. The economic indicators are all turning lower. And you have weak earnings from some people. So, so what's the bearish count in this? The bearish situation could be this is an A, B, C, and we get a flat. And the flat target, if we do get the flat, would be 37,041, right on this breakout neckline, if you want to call it that. So we'll keep an eye on that. There's reason to believe that may not happen based on some underlying stocks that traded on Friday. But this is the count for now, and we'll just see how this plays out in the next few sessions. But if we do go down, this would be like a 1 2. We'll get a 3 of 3, 4 5, and then find support, and then 2 would just move over. The SPY is in a much more bullish situation, mostly heavy with tech. 1 2 1 2 1 2. We're starting to see divergences being erased. That's acceleration higher. So that also tells me we can't get too bearish on the Dow Jones, because if we're going to get acceleration out of NASDAQ and SPY, especially the NASDAQ that has erased even a longer term, I think the daily divergence was erased here, here, and here. Very bullish. That confirms a 1 2 here. Some Elliott wave, gurus thought this was a 3 4. Well, it is no longer a 3 4, and we've always called this a 1 2 on my channel. This is why you can't try to short these like wave 5s, because if you're in tech, you're like, oh, I'm so smart. A 1 2 3 4 5. I'm going to short with my whole stack right here, and you just got blown up. That's why you got to use RSI. So the RSI told us what was happening here. This was another 1 2, and now we got that acceleration. This type of acceleration is going to happen in all of these indices, all of them. It's just tech's leading, but at some point rotation will happen. But right now the market wants to be in what's in wave 3 of 3, right? Money wants to be in the momentum. Money wants to chase the 3 of 3. There's all these systems out there. You guys follow people with all these systems, and the whole purpose of those systems is to find the 3s of 3s, right? That's essentially what they're doing. They're looking for wave 3s and just getting on the train. So now tech is a clear wave 3 of 3, guys. I mean, look, you have the separation and you're running. It's accelerating higher. It's going to take the SPY, and then eventually it will infect the Dow as well. It's just gonna happen. That's what we're gonna melt up. We're starting to get that. I know it doesn't seem like that in some of these stocks, but it's gonna happen. IWM double corrected in this kind of rug pull. So the structure was a little different. We had it as like a WXY, but really here we'll call this like an A and a big connector and an ABC, and then another impulse down to finish it. So we need divergence erased on the 4 hours, so there's more downside. We need to get that dump, so we still need more downside here. And I believe this is some kind of triangle in wave 4 that should finish and then dump one more time. Okay, and then the buy is at 196.5. I've been long the IWM since 190, my target earlier at 199. I'm staying long. My stop here would be at 191. So that's how I trade that and not really worry about all this noise. Now, if we start to rally hard out of it, the likelihood is there'll be another dump later to erase the divergence, and this would just be an extended connector of some kind within this correction. All right, now that we got people on our channel, I'll go ahead and start answering questions and go through super chats as I get them. Annoy, I think, and I don't know if I'm saying your name right, but thanks for the 5. Carvana. Yeah, Carvana was one we've always nailed on our channel. We actually had that low called at $3 on our channel way back when, and I think I still have the box. There it is, guys. If you were charting it, we had that low right here, and we charted this all the way down, and we actually got the swings exactly right, the count perfect. So if you followed me and I mean, I hate this company personally, so I didn't want to buy it. I should have bought it anyway. I did not think it could get this high, but what do I know? I do know some people love Carvana, you know, but I was buying a car, and I just didn't personally, you know, think it was a good system when I started trying to use it. So I was like, you know, F this. I'm not trying it. So where are we? So it's pretty simple. We're in wave 5 here. We're in this wave 5, and looks like we're about to go into 3 of 5, and continue higher. So that's the look. But if we erase divergence here, then of course it's another 1-2, right? Another 1-2, and then it's gonna moon. So I don't know, but I would say you can long 103 against the stop at 96, based on what I'm seeing here. If we do take another swing lower, to me, then this would be instead of this count, I would change it to something maybe like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just have another 1, 2 come down, or possibly even a 1, 2, 3 higher degree 4. But I don't, the RSI you know, system I use doesn't support that count, even though Elliott waves would support that count as much as it supports the count I'm showing you here. So for right now, this is the count, and you also see the separation here in this wave 3, which is typically what you want to see. So that's Carvana. All right, so I'll go to the top of the comments. Let's start with Tesla, guys. Yeah, Tesla finally broke out to the upside. He won the shareholder vote. Okay, we knew that was going to be a big move, but then there was a dump. But there was really a dump across the whole market, right? And I gave the entry on Tesla in one of my videos. I said this was the entry at 177.76. So this correction could be over here, and I would, but we don't. We need more follow through on the upside. And if we don't get that, see, no divergence arrays. So this may be over, ready for a massive move higher next week. But if we don't get that, it's probably 5 waves down, and it was just gonna annoy people again for more sideways action, because what that will do is it'll turn into an A, a B, and a C, and it's gonna do something like that. So if we do get another low, if we keep bullish divergence, it's 5 down. If we erase divergence, then it's a triple, and that would still be a potential buy. So the potential target there would be 176, 175, and then if we get to 176.75, you could say, okay, does the divergence erased? If it is, it's a triple. The correction's over. If it's not, it's an A. You get B and C, and that's how I would trade that. But honestly, you know, if you've been following me, we've been long Tesla at much lower levels, as you can see. I think we called this low right here on my channel, so I don't really care what happens here anymore. But a lot of you do care because you trade it every day, and I understand that. So, but that's how I would trade this right now. It's either an A with a B, C, or it's a triple, which you get a little bit lower, or you're done at 2 here, one or the other. But the key level has to hold is this now. We got to hold this 167.12 you know, because if you don't do that, then you're actually still in this wave 2 correction, and this is just a massive WX, and you'll come back down to like 161. but this is just gonna just gonna try to eat money. Let's look at the longer term stochastics and see if we have any signs of a breakout yet of our longer term stochastics. So you do have weekly breakout. So the weekly cycle, so this is a clue that says that you're in a new weekly bull market in Tesla. That's huge. How about the daily cycle? So we broke the daily on that pump, right? This pump, and it almost looks like the RSI is in a bull flag, with a back test. So we here it is, boom, you break out. Now you're in this kind of bull flag in the RSI and the daily. And I think that's good. So you've got a daily cycle, weekly cycle reset. So more than likely, you're going to see more upside on the longer term stochastics. And we have put in this major low here. And this is, again, just going to be trader battles. But eventually, I like to see this inverse head and shoulders break. And I think it will. And we'll see 230. And then if we can break 230, which we really, we're still stuck in this massive downtrend, but I think it's going to break on this, whatever is going to get us excited up to 230. That will get us a massive breakout. That should get us, starting to go get some vertical price action, just like we saw back here when you started getting those breakouts back down here. You start to get that vertical price action. I mean, in Tesla, it could be like trading Tesla when it was like right here. We could be like right here in Tesla's cycle right now, and look what happened, right? This was the Cybertruck news. So, I mean, maybe the robo-taxi news, maybe they're further along than people realize, and they blow everyone's, knock everyone's socks off, and this thing can moon. So I think we just gotta see, but I like this stock for long positions for a longer term hold. Not like, I mean, yeah, you can day trade it, but I do like it. I do think we will see $700. This area, I've had this area all the way back since my video started my channel. We will see this area. We're going to see this area, guys. So, don't give up your positions for just a few bucks is what I'm saying. All right, let's see. Go to PayPal. I heard a lot of people bitching about PayPal on Twitter. They're like, PayPal's been really not behaving the way that traders expect it. Let's take a look at our situation here. So we look for this three-wave move down. We have 5. So we never got this 4, and we never got 5, right? So I don't know if I said my last update. If you don't get the 5, this could be still corrective, and that's what happened. So actually, this is actually a good sign because now we're actually probably close to the target area for a buy. So PayPal may be a buy very soon if it isn't already. Looks like we've got it at 58.59 and probably like an ABC correction. So this is the area we're looking for against this low. So it's a big area there. So that's what I would be looking for in PayPal. Again, it's just that across the market, everything took that final swing lower. I think we even saw that in some of the industrials on Friday. So here, yeah, like that's what I want to see. We want to see that 4-hour erase divergence. So there's more down. I say there's more downside coming. Do what's best for you. If this is an ABC, I think we need a wave 4 and a 5 is missing. All right, let's look at a couple of others, ANNX and ODD. And I'm not familiar with ANNX. Is that like some kind of biotech or something? Yeah, I don't know, NASDAQ. Let's see. Okay, so 3 up. This is an impulse down. So it's in a bear market. It's trending in a bear market, right? I mean, let's look at our RSIs to see where we are. So there's a 3, 4, and 5. So the 5th wave ended here. So it's actually it's actually correcting the impulse down from this level. And since you made it to the wave 4 peak, it actually could be already corrected. It could be in a new wave lower now. Let's see. Too much divergence in the RSI on the daily, although the weekly, and you have that wick. I wouldn't be surprised if it's already finished its corrective move, and it's about to it's about to have a massive move to the downside. That looks like 5 waves down to me. Yeah, so I would say this is a corrective move that's over, and you're in a whole new wave down, and I think this is some kind of 1, 2, and you're just going to keep going down. I don't think it. I would be surprised if it breaks 848. I think for me, it's heading down. Now, if you can break that high at 841, then it does open up more upside up to 1079 for a short entry at 1234 in this area. But I don't think there's no guarantee that could happen. If you do get that type of move, then that's a short. But right now, this is kind of the coin flip area that the market can go either way, but I think it's going to go lower. All right, the next one is ODD. Let's see here. Oddity Tech. Let's see. So we had impulse down and a B, and this looks like 3 down too. So it's in a connector wave still. So this is a tough chart. It could actually be in a triangle connector wave. Let's go to a daily time frame. Probably not. Looking at the RSI here, I think it's going to take another swing higher in B. So it's going to do something like A, B, and then C later. We'll get rid of this. This target's not relevant at this point. And this is just kind of some kind of 3-wave connector. So I think you'll get more upside in this connector wave. Yeah, you didn't take that out. So yeah, there's more upside coming. Yeah, there's more upside coming. Let's see if there's a short target. Yeah, maybe 56.22 is the short target right here. Something like that. All right, let's take a look at NEO. So NEO's under pressure from multiple factors because of the Russell as well as the Hang Seng index, the small caps and the Russell, and Hang Seng have been poisoning the stock, but I do think it will eventually find its footing. So let's go to the NEO here. NEO, so I'm still, bigger picture, we're just in a bigger correction. So I have it labeled as 5 down in A, and then A, B, C, and then down again in 5. And if you look at my count, we have this bullish divergence, the 4-hour as well, bullish divergence. So to me, this wave 5 in this C leg could end at any moment. So this is the area I would expect. Now I did notice there's a big gap here. Perhaps it tries to fill that gap. But this would be the area. You still really just need to respect this 361. That's really the area that has to hold. And your daily cycles get in there. I mean, so this is just a higher degree wave 2 off the low, and this is common. We just came off of a massive drawdown here, multi-year drawdown, and the first wave off the bottom, it's kind of like you can't expect it to go, be a V bottom. So the wave 2 is like people like, oh, the bear market is still intact. But actually it finds support, and that's when you get the wave 3 is born. But right now, it's hard to, there's a lot of mixed messages in terms of fundamentals, but I do think it's turning from the low here. I do think it is, but you have to know when to fold them, right? So this is the area right there, and I would be surprised if that breaks. But anyway, do what's best for you. All right, Obaid got super chat for Unity. I heard that, yeah, that's not been going well. It's been a lot of selling on Unity software. And let's go to that. So Unity looks like we're still getting close to an area of support. So this is actually an area that people will accumulate, but this is even a more extreme area for accumulation right in this area based on our chart. And I believe the way we have it is in an A, B, C. So we need a 4 and a 5. So this has to play out more. So I think you'll get a bounce here soon at any moment, maybe at 1452, but you're going to get a pretty good bounce, and then that should fail to finish this correction in an ABC manner. So that's how I'd label it. I mean, and I'm just keeping an eye on it, and it's just it's just it's tough to be in right now. See, it's in wave 3, so wave 3 could end at any moment, and you get this wave 4 bounce or sideways action, and then one more low. So that's kind of how I'd look at Unity. Higher time frame, the weekly cycle way oversold. Monthly, we're about to break down. Maybe the monthly can get to oversold, but yeah, it's been in a massive downturn since really its IPO. Just not been good. Thanks for the super chat. All right, Dylan, let's go to yours. PALL. That's one that a lot of people don't probably trade very often, but I do. So yeah, PALL is in buy area from a massive correction that started really since February 2022. So do what's best for you guys, but it's time to start accumulating PALL. That's Palladium, and it may already starting to turn. Let's take a look though. I haven't really studied this. I have it on my watch list, of course. Looks like just some massive ABC correction. A, B, C. This looks like the 3, 4, and wave 5 of the C leg right now. Yeah, we would be. We need a little bit more downside. So there's more downside coming, but I don't think much. Maybe 72.64 right here. If you really want to pinpoint your entry and find, like, I guess a generational low in this metal, this is it. But again, are you going to really care whether you bought it at 82 or 73 when it's trading in the future at $600-700? You probably won't care, because this is really just for long-term investors. This chart, and this is the grand super cycle correction. So let's look at it. Let's just look at a couple other long-term indicators to see how we're doing on the to see if we can get a break on any of our long-term indicators. So monthly cycles just breaking, starting to turn. You see, slowing down. Things are starting to turn. I wonder if I have to go to the quarterly chart at all. Here, yeah, maybe the quarterly. I'd like to see that turn up. So not yet, but it's close. Palladium's close. Okay, so good. And then the next one, Lab Up. Lab Up. All right, so I gave everyone the buy area here, right? It looks like that played out nicely, and we bounced out of that. And looks like to me you're in a very bullish setup. You see how you broke this high here after a correction? Yeah, this is about to have a wave 3 of 3 moment, guys. And again, that's small caps, right? Lab Up has got a lot of small caps too in that, small cap biotech. Yeah, I gotta label this the more bullish interpretation. I'll just leave it at that, but this, I mean, we could still be in two here in a flat, but it could also be another 1-2. I would expect more upside. I would expect more upside. Maybe I should label that. Let's see. Let's go to the 4-hour. Yeah, we'll put that one here. We'll put the one here. A, B, C. Something like that. All right, that's Lab Up. TAN is the solar ETF, and I guess solar's pumping because they're like, well, the data centers for AI need a lot of energy, and so they're going to just need all the energy they can get, so they're just going to also use solar, like to help, provide energy utilities for AI stuff. So let's see here. TAN is in my commodity basket, and we called the low on TAN well before the news media started picking up on it. But let's see here. I gotta find it, and I'll just type it in. Yeah, I'm not sure where I have it. There we go. Okay. All right. So TAN's an interesting animal. You got 3 waves for W, okay, and then you got 3 here for X. This looks like 5 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for A, and now we're in B. So I expect B to get rejected around $54 around this trend on this downtrend line, and then we get wave C, and we hit the $20 target that I've had really since the correction started, like broke this low here. So now could B be done? It's possible B's done here. So I think that's why I'm not FOMOing in the solar stocks just yet, because I see this chart. Now if I can get a break of this downtrend line, then okay, maybe it's something different, and then I'm wrong, and then yeah, then this is the bottom for a major new cycle higher. So I would say TAN is still in a B wave. This looks like 5 up from the B, so it does need another swing higher. So I think it's going to do something like this and do that, and then get rejected here. This is my guess. Do what's best for you. Thanks for the super chat, Dylan. Okay, Bama, let's go for thanks for the 25. PayPal risk reward. Yeah, so I just did a PayPal update. So let me just do a little bit deeper dive on PayPal so you can see like where I'm coming from on it. All right, so shorter time frame, I'm looking for a 3-wave move down. Now I didn't see divergence erased, so that means I wouldn't say, oh, it's gonna. I think it's got more downside. But this should find, since it's 5 up, it should find support for at least another swing higher. So the risk, so if you buy it at 58, you have a stop at 50. So that's your risk. You're risking $8 to potentially make, 30. So that, and then that's how I would look at this. Now, bigger picture, massive downtrend and a flat that ended here. So to me, I would say I'd want to be part of this wave 3. Again, there's no guarantee that it will moon. It will get a 4 and a 5, but you probably will get a pull another wave higher to 80. But what if it is a big move? You want to be on this wave 3. So I think the reward side of the equation could be a lot more probable than risk. But let's look at a longer term stochastics and see what they tell us monthly. So the monthly cycle, here we're still we're only in the first inning, right? It's coming off the low. Clearly this downtrend ended. We're in this low here. Let's see if there's anything on the quarterly. Quarterly, nothing. Let's go to the weekly. So the weekly cycle, I'd like to see it drop some more, and I think it's going to. And then that's good. I think what would be important for the weekly cycle is to hold this trend line right there. Perhaps you'll test that trend line and come out. So yeah, I mean, PayPal could be in a generational buy right here. All right, that's all I'm saying for long-term investors. Also, can you look at interest rates, 2s and 10s? Yeah. Interest rates have really been behaving in how we expect it, right? But it's tested your patience. We had our short area, short rates here. We dropped. We came up short again. We dropped, and now then we called this wave 2 here, and we had a massive move lower, right? I mean, look, boom. So here, I put the 3 and 4 here. Let's see if we haven't erased divergence yet. So this is still another 1-2. This is still another 1-2 developing. We haven't seen 303 yet on the downside in rates on this leg lower, but it's coming. And now the thing is, a lot of people are like, why isn't lower rates helping the rest of the market, like growth in small caps? Because that's what everyone would have expected. I would have. But the reason is we're not in wave 3 to the downside yet. We're essentially still in a sideways correction. So we're not trending. I mean, bigger picture, we're not trending. So it's not helping the market. But once we get 3 of 3 and we start actually trending lower to these lower areas I do believe it will help the market tremendously. But right now, the market's interpreting the moving rates as sideways consolidation still. So I still like it like this right now, and I still expect more downside in rates down to 3.5. 3.5. And let me see, make sure I get that right. I don't want to. Yeah, 3.5 because of this 1, 2, 3, 4. So actually, the pinpoint, I'll have one target there at 3.5. The next target could also be as low as 287. That's where I think I have the wave 5 ended. So somewhere, and this would probably be the ideal short bond trade right here, ideal for the wave 3 on the short. This will probably be the indices collapsing, guys. Whenever this finishes and gets down here, and again, this could take months or even another year or so to get to here. But when it does, something really bad is going to happen. And I think people won't see it yet. And then everyone's like, why are rates going up again? Oh, no. Oh, my gosh, what's going on? Oh, shit. And then it's going to be all hell breaks loose. And I don't know what will cause this. Inflation, sovereign debt crisis, constitutional crisis, world war, taxes, tax plan. We don't pay tax anymore because they got rid of taxes to use tariffs, right? That's an idea that Trump floated. And bondholders revolt. So I would just say I like downside in rates, and I've been playing this through TMF, the triple levered ETF. Long bonds. The value of bonds should be going higher. Rates should be going lower. That's how I look at it. And then the 2-year, same thing, same chart, just a different outcome. Again, looking for a 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. So we're looking for a lower. So all you guys FOMOing in money market funds, I don't think you're going to be able to get some 5% money market funds anymore for a while. But don't worry, the 10% money market funds will be coming to us, soon. And that's where you probably want to put all your profits. The way to play this is drop, ride the market, get the pump, get out of the market, go all cash, let everything fall apart, then go into 10% rate, 2 years, and then, then see what happens. But this is because we broke this high here, guys. This high broke this. We're taking another swing higher. I mean, it's almost as nice as today. I mean, whatever happens here, this push lower is only going to be temporary. We've got some really dark times coming for interest rates in the end of this decade. And it's just sad, but that's how it is. That's what this chart is telling me. Hopefully you get wave 3 and we don't get a 4-5 to create a secular situation. But if we could get 3, then perhaps that will be it, and then we could go back to nice 30 years of lower rates and the bull market of 30 years after the market crashes. That's the hope. But again, if we get a 4 and a 5, then it's going to pull back and it's going to go even higher. So we'll have to, unfortunately, higher rates will be here in a couple years, or maybe, like I said, end of the decade is what I'm thinking. But I think this is going to be like relief for everybody, which is nice. This will be nice for people been paying all these higher rates. I think we'll get some lower rates coming. All right, thanks for the super chat, man. All right, just got the super chats coming in. I'll go to Alex. Dogecoin. Yeah, we haven't looked at Dogecoin in quite a while. Let's take a look at Dogecoin here. How's that doing? Do I have it down here? Yeah. Okay. All right, so it played out. We had this wave 4. We came out. It looks like 5 up, and it looks like 5 down. So that's an interesting count. Yeah. So let's see here. How did this play? Are we still in a connector wave? Let's see. So divergence erased. That's why I like this low here. Let's see here. Why don't we change the labeling up just a little bit? Let's see. No divergence there. Yeah, I think here, because you don't have divergence on the daily, I think it's one of these 1, 2s and out, and this is an A, B, C flat. So it should be turning up at any moment. So now you have to label the impulse down, right? Looks like to me you've got a 1, 2 there, right? A 1, 2, and then you have another 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably, well, maybe do it like this. And then we're in wave 5. So it can end at any moment, as long as you're above 11.99. The ideal target area for entry on this flat would be a little bit lower, 12.6. But I don't think it's going to get there. I mean, it could show, so it's like trying to double bottom here. We'll have to wait and see how this plays out. But that's how I look at Dogecoin. MVIS, I think that's some kind of other crypto, isn't it? I don't know if I have that charted. It sounds familiar. On Microvision. We've looked at this a long time ago, I think. I think we looked at this a long time ago. Yeah, we were hoping for this 1, 2, 1, 2, but it broke the pivot, so it just took another leg lower. So this one didn't give us our bullish count. We did get a reaction, but it just ended up still being in 2, so it's just still a connector wave. So if that's the case, the buy area is 33 cents. So I'd be looking for 33.3, right around here. And this would be a WXY, so you have another A, B, C. So you need an impulse down. Something like this. So that's what I'll be looking for, something like that to finish the correction, and then find support. Hopefully wave 2 can end. You don't want it to go below 16 cents. So yeah, so that's how I'd look at that. Okay, Anonymous, let's look at your stuff again. Thanks for the super chat. MIGI. So we broke that low. Here, could this be a connector or not? It's we very well could still be in a connector. Because, and you see how that peak is that peak. So there's their first 1, 2, 3 connector, 1, 2, 3. So, you know, something like this. And it's in the short area. Although I wouldn't short it, but did we take out this high? We haven't. Okay. So a couple things here. This dip here, I don't like it, but I can force a different count to make it, to call it finished, right? I could make this like a B, C, D, E, make this a triangle and Y, and call it done. So, but if you look, this is really just moving in 3, this leg in 3, and here you have 3, and it's trying to get the 5th wave. So yeah, I would say this is a tough chart to analyze, but I don't, because it made the lower low, I don't like trading it. I've been burned too many times when this happens to chase it. So I just ignore it. But you have to do what's best for you. And then IRNE. I thought we had that on here. All right, so it's in the short area. It's in the short area. It looks very 3 waves. So we'll see if it can hold. I doubt it's going to hold, but do what's best for you on that. LTCN is here. So we're trying to finish this capitulation move, and I do think it's close. So we're still in C, right? It was 1, 2. Yeah, it would have been nice if it ended here, but it didn't. So C is extending, or are we getting a different look in Y? Nope, it's still C. So it's finishing. It should be finishing its move, but I would expect more downside. All right, let's see. So it's in the accumulation area, but I think it's going to probably break through that a little bit. So just be careful if you're in it. Let's see if there's another target. Yeah, that's pretty low. That's 422. I doubt it's getting that low. All right, so that's the count. And then BCHG, same thing. and it's still in its move lower, right? That's what it looks like to me. More than likely this wave 3 is finished at any moment, but still more downside. Yeah, still more downside. I'm gonna change this this look of the wave. We're going to change this up a little bit because you have 3 here, and then that would change this. That would be one less 4 and 5 we need. Does that match LTCN? Yeah. So remember we had this issue where they weren't lining up, but now they line up perfectly. So they kind of, you know, eventually ended up with the same look. It just took a little bit of time to have these play out. So yeah, a little more downside, but yeah, if you believe in the crypto bull run that should be coming, this would be a massive opportunity, right? I don't know what the premium is in these, but you need to check that out too, of course. Because if there's too much premium, you don't want to buy them either. Okay, and then the coin, the actual coins. Let's see how they're doing. Litecoin, yeah, I was studying this. I think X should be finished. I want to see a push to 66 for a massive opportunity. 64, while still holding 57. I think this is it. This is the count. Like I have it here. And then Bitcoin Cash. We've had this for months. 368. No changes. A, B, C. Yes, this may have a bigger move coming to the downside. So it looks like crypto wants to take a dump, right? But how's Bitcoin, right? Where's Bitcoin at? Well, Bitcoin took a double correction, right, over Friday. And so we had this first 3 waves. We got a nice bounce like we expected here. We made a lower low. I think we'll get another pull, another drop lower to 64,282, 63, 62, somewhere in this area. So I see more downside in these cryptos, but like not a lot more, but we need more downside. The reason Bitcoin, I don't like it finished because you have no divergence. You didn't erase divergence here on the 45 and the 4 hours. So it's not a good looking low at all for a 3-way move. In fact, look at that 4 hour. So if that divergence here has to get erased on the 4 hour, that actually suggests a really big dump is coming in Bitcoin, guys. A big dump. Like this may be too optimistic. Like we may see something like something down to 60, 59,000 even. So just be ready, but know what it is. Don't get too worried, but know what's happening in the market. It's just it could have found footing, it didn't, it double corrected, so it's probably got a big swing lower. Technically, we could see a shallow bottom, but I don't think we're going to, looking at this RSI divergence here. I think it's going to be a bigger dump, and that should finally bring most of these cryptos to their final lows that we've been waiting for. We're hopeful for that. Okay, I'll go to the next super chat. Jonathan Groves for 10, Mobileye. Let's take a look at Mobileye here. So we have this wave 2, and it looks like we have an impulse, and we're in another wave 2 off the low. Let's check it out though to make sure we're not in another connector wave, and so we need to go to like a lower time frame and just see what it looks like. Wave looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, massive divergence. So to me, it's an impulse. So yeah, it's a 1. And then here's your WX. Actually, it could be done at any moment. Let's see here. Yeah, 27.49. It may already be finished its correction on Friday. Maybe somewhere in this area will be your buy opportunity. It still could be, maybe you'll get lucky and still have it hit there for wave two. But I would say as long as you're above this $25, it's still bullish. Thanks for the super chat, Anonymous. Okay, yeah, I just gave you the Bitcoin update, so that's good. Thanks for the 5. Okay, let's see if I got all the super chats. I think I did. So I'll just go back to the comments while I still got some time here. GME AMC guys, I posted a special video for my GMC AMC update. You can go on my channel and watch it. And I gave you guys my update on that already, so I won't cover that just for sake of time. So we left at Neo. Affirm looks tasty. Yeah, I'm mad at myself for missing it because I actually was watching it. I wanted to get in on it, and I just, it's hard to track everything. And I won't chase moves. I don't chase moves, so it's just too late. But yeah, I had it in this buy area down here. And let's take a look here. So there's your cycle. There's your break. So this is a connector. So yeah, so this was good for a trade, but this is a connector. So this is a connector because you broke this low. Now it doesn't mean the connector can't. Connector can keep going higher, but I expect more downside. I expect more downside in this. I expect more downside. So yeah, we got this pump. But I believe with that reversal, so I think you're going to get this connector to play out. So we need to find what's the right level. So there's a couple levels that we can look at. Aggressive 25.59, 21.34 here. If we get to this point and have divergence erased down, then the correction's over. But then it can also give a more bearish target, much lower, which is 16.39. So we don't really know yet how this correction is going to morph. I think a lot of bearish energy has been spent here already. My guess is it's going to find support here, and it won't make it to the 16.39 target, this lower target. So, but I do think it's got more downside. It's got to break these lows and erase divergence. Because you made this low here, you broke this low in this three-wave move, and you have a three-wave move, and so we need another. So this could take a while, right? This could take a while, this leg, because look how long this leg took. Okay, AVGO, I think that's Broadcom. Yeah, Broadcom, someone asked me about Broadcom, and I think we caught that call right, so hopefully whoever asked me about that made a lot of money on earnings because it pumped a lot. So we called that, but I don't think we want to get too excited unless, of course, divergence is erased, right? Divergence gets erased. Then it is time to get excited. Let's see here. So yeah, we had this in this fifth wave, still going higher. It's obviously in wave 3 of 5, and should continue to extend. Now we need to go look at divergences to see if we've taken out some divergences. So this is our 3 of 3 divergence right here. We haven't taken that out. Now we have taken this out. Not the weekly. So I would say that we're an extended, as of now, we're an extended fifth. So let's get rid of some of this stuff so we can see what we're looking at here. Okay, so because the divergence was erased, what I think I'm looking at now is this fifth wave is extended. So that's now I wouldn't be surprised if this goes and takes this out, and then that will change it to the more 1, 2, 1, 2. But as of now, the look is an extended fifth until further notice. But obviously more upside. and then that will finish wave 3. You'll get wave 4, and you get another wave 5 later. So you got a lot more upside coming in Broadcom, and if it does erase that divergence, then this will become a 1-2 as well with a 1-2, and then it'll just, then it's looking at $3,000-$4,000 at some point. Okay, we should add this to my tech basket that I have here. Okay. Let's see if I got any super chats that have come in. Okay, it looks like I've got a couple new ones here. We'll go to Joe. Bunch of stuff here. Just gave Broadcom, so we don't need to cover that. Novo and Lilly. I have those. I do chart those, so we can look at those together real quick. Lilly is in a wave 5 of wave 3, but again, we need to look for divergence being erased. That's always the key. Is this saying their Alzheimer's drug is going to be a bust, right? I was like, what news would cause this major cycle to end? Maybe the Alzheimer's drug won't work or something. I don't know. Or maybe people can't afford the GLP-1s, insurance isn't covering it. But I'm looking for that pullback. So you don't have divergence erased here. So it's very dangerous to chase it here. So Eli Lilly could be at a major cycle peak right now at any moment. So just understand where you are in the cycle with Eli Lilly. A lot of the easy money is over. Now let's see here. The 4 hours still erasing divergences, so it's trying to the wave 5 is extending like a typical blow off top typically does. So you just got to respect the wave 5. Keep extending. So it's not like something I would want to try to short, but you have to do what's best for you on it. Do something like this. So something like that. So there's more upside, but I mean it's getting close to the end. And then let's take a look at the Novo. I have to sort this. Same count. Grand supercycle peak. So Novo's almost at its grand supercycle peak, but let's look at our divergences. Again, you got the divergence on the daily, the 4 hour, the weekly. Massive danger, the chase. That's probably your 3 of 4. Yeah, again, major danger chasing these pharma stocks right now. Now, see, this peak took that peak out, so that's why we know in the grand super cycle it's not it's going to continue to extend. So Novo on the grand super cycle took out this peak. Okay. So what that tells me is that whatever pullback we get here. And typically you lose the wave 5, right? You lose the wave 5, so you lose this. You'll pull back to like 82. It's gonna have a whole new cycle higher. So Novo, I wouldn't be surprised if one day it's trading in the thousands of dollars. But right now it's danger of a pullback. Let's see what's Lilly's long-term stochastics look like. Almost the same thing. So these stocks, if you get a healthy pullback, a pretty big pullback, so chances are this isn't a 4. So yeah, so I need to relabel Lilly. This would just be another 1-2. So if Lilly comes back down to 721, you want to be aggressive. So I think these are due to reset, to correct. But I believe this will be a massive opportunity to go long still for much more gains for years to come. All right. because of those divergences getting erased. They're not wave fives. So so keep that in mind. So I have to update that chart there. XPO, that's something I'm watching. I'm watching that, and I think the last time I looked, I should have looked on it Friday. I did not look at it Friday. I should have checked it out here. Ah, damn, yeah. I had to buy at 95. It's probably bottomed. Damn, missed it. So if you're lucky, you can get another swing lower, but let's look see if it erased divergence. And well, it's very close. It's probably close enough. Let's look at the 4-hour. Okay, so we're not out. We haven't missed it yet. So the 4-hour probably still needs more downside. So yeah, so I think it's getting close. It's close. I think it bounced too early. I think this is too early. I think it's got another leg lower. I'm looking at 95 for a major cycle low, but I do have it as a 3 and a 4 here. But as you know, we are seeing divergences erase commonly. So this could become another 1-2 and erase and surge in the future. So you want to, pick it up if you're interested in it here. Let's see, LRCX. I'm not familiar with that one. Oh, Lam Research. Yeah, have we charted that before? Yeah, I guess we have. So we called the buy here. We got that right, and we pretty much broke the high. So we're in wave 5 here, and we should still be in wave 3 of 5. So I would say there's still more upside coming, because we should take out this peak. Now let's go to the 4-hour. Yeah, so I would say it's still wave 5 and some kind of 3 of 5. The 3 may have ended here. So we're close to the tippity top based on this count. So it could be a danger area. So be careful in it. Although we could always erase divergence, and then that negates the wave 5. But it is it's pretty close to the end of the move, it looks like to me in this race. That is I think we have that one here. Yeah, so I had the wave 4 buy here, and we did not erase divergence, so we're still in wave 4. I was looking at this may be some kind of triangle it's trying to form, although the R side doesn't really support it, and with the diverge, so we're still, I think we're still in wave 4, but it's I don't think we've seen the final push lower yet. So I would look for more downside. I'll be looking for 385, 375. Somewhere there. So it's got more downside because the divergence hasn't been erased. All right. Next is PSX. All right, Philip 66. I think we've given that update before. So that is in a buy area right now for its 5th wave. So it did bounce here. So we had the connector here, and it bounced, but it failed. So this looks like a connector. Yeah, it's a mess, this correction. So yeah, this wave 4 is gonna go sideways longer. This is probably some kind of 5-wave move down. So we're looking at a sideways consolidation for a while of some kind of A, B, C, something like that. This looks like it took an impulse down. All right, and then the next one is COP. ConocoPhillips. We did call that turn. We're looking for 82. There's really no reason to change this view. So there you go. COP, I think it's still breaking down to the downside. All right, thanks for the super chat. I'll go to the next super chat. PBJ, Sofi and GoPro. I think Sofi is breaking people's hearts, but if you watch my channel, we know where it's going. It's just there's so much hopium in Sofi. I don't know. I don't really personally know the company that well. I've heard of it, of course, but guys, we've predicted this eventuality of this company, and I do believe this low will break, and we'll get some kind of capitulation move. We're looking for that wave 3 of 3 moment. Have we finally got it? I think we probably are starting to get it. We had shorts here. This was our short area, and it's just had to be patient. And it's paid off. All right, and that's Sofi and GoPro. Yeah, GoPro negated our bullish count a long time ago, so that's one I don't like. But it is in a 5th wave down for a massive correction. So we are looking at, we need 5 down, so we need this 5th wave to end. Eventually it will end. Let's take a look. So we have bullish divergence for the 5th wave on the higher time frame. Then on the shorter time frame, it looks like we may be in wave 5 of 5 finally. Now if we erase divergence, it's just going to extend lower in wave 3 of 5. So, you know, labeling this looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or actually, let's go back here. So here we have 3. Yeah, that is a really shallow wave 2, but that's what it is. And then it had a wave 3, a wave 4, and a wave 5, and it actually corrected and broke down. So yeah, it's actually, I wonder why it's in such a death spiral. But see, that could have been the low, but then it broke it. So now, yeah, it's probably heading deeper in wave 5, and I wouldn't be surprised if it erases divergence and this becomes another 1, 2. So I don't like, I mean, I got stopped out of this a long time ago. So this is why you got to use stop losses, guys, because this is in wipeout. It's getting wiped out. I don't know what's wrong. I guess nobody's buying their stuff anymore, or something. But this is the count for now, and you're just gonna have to do what's best for you on GoPro. Good luck with that one. All right, Fabio, you've got a super chat. DJT. This is not DJI. DJT. Is that meme stock, I think, from Trump. Is that right? I think it is. I think we have that. Okay, so we've been playing this pretty well here. So we got a move down, no divergence between the 4 and the 2, so that's probably a major low right here. And then we come off that low, right? And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 off the low. And then you have 3 waves move, and there's buy. So divergence has been erased. It's good. So this correction can end at any moment. So it looks good to me for long opportunities right now. Here, right now. There you go. This is a good setup, especially if you hit 3 of 3. You'll take this high out and go higher. So that's the count. That's the count with the Elliott wave. What Elliott waves, you know, lead us to. Oh, it's probably some kind of ABC. All right, good luck on that DJT, and then ICU. All right, that's a new one. It's one we haven't charted. So we broke that low, so that sets up more downside, but it could be a wave 5 down. Yeah, it's a wave 5 down. So we'll trade this as a wave 5. Yeah, we can't get a good target. There's no way to do a target on this. So you're just going to have to count the waves and cross your fingers and hope you got your count right. There's really no other way to time an entry on this. So you want to buy on 5 down. You're on wave 3, obviously, still. Yep. So you'll have to do what's best for you. But I'll be looking for the 4s and 5s. And as you see these 4s and 5s play out, you could try to accumulate it, and maybe you'll get lucky and you could get another pump back to 30, 28, 32. And you probably will, because the thing is with this thing, again, just from the Elliott waves, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and you'll have 5. So it will have to correct, not like this just corrected that leg. Like you'll have to correct the entire move. So the pump could be pretty spectacular if you can time the low right. But you'll have to do what's best for you on that. The other alternative is this is still some connector, and it's an A, B, and it finishes early and then rips up in C. So I would keep an eye on that too. So if you're in this, keep an eye on that downtrend line. You start seeing that break and turn harder, then I would be looking for something like this instead. Something like that instead. So the next you got is FLOKI. I don't know. I haven't heard of that one either. Crypto market cap. What is it? Oh, is it a crypto? Okay. Well, we'll just see what that looks like here. So I love this higher high here. But could this be a 5-wave move? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. Yeah, so it's 5 up. So as you know, crypto's correct. You see how the weekly cycle broke. So you're at the end of a 5-wave move, and cryptos take a long time to correct. So I can't really predict like the future, but it looks like to me you've got something like this, and now you're in wave 2. Typically, wave 2 will come back to the wave 4 low. So when you get around this 1088 area, that would be a time to like, hey, maybe the wave 2 is over, but there's no telling, how these pumps go. But it's in the wave 2 area at the moment. So you'll have to really be nimble to trade in and out of it. But I would expect, more downside. Maybe a bounce soon. Let's see here. I'm not sure what happened to my RSI. Yeah. All right. So anyway, a bounce and a failure. All right, Mitso, thanks for the super chat. Rivan and Baba. We haven't looked at Rivan in a while. I think that's a stock we haven't updated in quite a while. Let's see here. Let's take a look. So Rivan broke the pivot. So we had a 5-wave move. We actually had this low, but it broke it, and then we actually came down in an impulse. So that's actually really bad for the company. So that negates the bullish count. So what we have here is actually a connector and an A, B, C. So this is a connector wave. So we'll have to reassess everything, the whole chart, and just get a better feel for what we may be in at the moment here. So we've got 3 down for W. So the question is this still X or what? Let's see. We'll have to call this a 5-wave move down. So what we're going to have to do is relevel it. and call, instead of this ABC, we're going to have to relabel it as an impulse down. And you see it corrected the impulse. So you would have to, again, if you're bullish, you'd have to say that that's A. And now you need another impulse down. And the buy area would have been right there at 839. But so I watch this weekly. If this weekly trend line can break, and it hasn't yet, that would tell me C is over. My guess is there's more downside to come. And this is some kind of for something like that. Just took a different look. And then we'll highlight the buy area one more time. Here. As long as you have bullish divergence. BABA is weak. I dumped my China stocks with that update I gave, but you guys can do what's best for you. It's not looking too healthy, the market, but it should still be in wave 2. I still I don't like, even though I gave up and I don't want to change this count. It's just my money could be spent in other things that are much better opportunities at the moment. So yeah, see, if you do that, your target is 66. It breaks this low. So I would say that, if you look at it, this could be a corrective move. This could be just a corrective move, and we're still in wave 2. So just know where you are in the cycle. So it is, we got a small profit out of it, but we'll come back to it later. If we can get this corrective move, and maybe we really will try to retest this 57 area. And if we could go straight down, that will erase divergence enough so this can truncate and respect that low, which is what I'm hoping for. So we'll see how this plays out with BABA. But something like this, but look how long that W took. See this Y so shallow. If we do break this low, then it's nothing short but a detrimental to the stock, because then you'll have an A, B, and then you'll have a 1, 2, 1, 2. And I have the target here for that is $20. So that's why you got to stop out, or you got to take your profits. So we didn't get that fifth wave, so I'm not going to play around in this. Now, if we do swing higher, if it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we can pull back and come back in it later. If it's corrective, I still don't want to touch it. So, but looking at what the Hang Seng did, we're not impulsing in China. We're corrective moves. We're seeing corrective moves to the upside, which means the trend is still lower. Trend's still lower. So that's why I'm not a fan as much as I was back at these lows. HIMX. It looks like we broke that low here. So that sets us up for an impulse, or maybe let's say look at yeah, 1, 2, so it's a W. Yeah, it's something like this. Something like that. So more downside, and this, I mean, it looks like 5 up. I mean, although we see we had no divergence, so it's a corrective move. So it's just moving in 3 waves. You see, if it even exists, or even if it may go out of existence on this next push lower. Okay, thanks again for the super chat. Oh, looks like I got another one from Ryan Toller. Ryan Toller. Yeah, let's see. Nokia. That's been one we haven't done in a while on our channel. I think I've been asked about Nokia a few times. You know, we can get rid of these. This was an old analysis. Now our target is still here, and we actually tagged the target. Oh my God, we actually got down here. I mean, we've had this target for a while. We even had this A, and we got that pump, and here we are in C. So what is going on here? Let me reorient myself to the chart. Yeah, let's see here. WX. Yeah, it's gonna we're gonna have to I'll be looking for one more low that should either retest or break that low. So this is an area of accumulation, $3, $2, somewhere around there. Oh, I didn't see that right. Never mind. Hold on. Yeah, let's go back. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, and then C. So there's your first W. So let's take another look at this. It's been a long time, so let's just do a fresh one here, a fresh look at this. Yeah, so this leg is still in play, I think, but it got reset here on that pump. And then no, wrong count. WXY. That's what I want. So see, we had that divergence. Yeah, so we need 5 down and break this low. So there is more downside, unfortunately, in this company. And we can't really get a good target. You're just going to have to count the waves. Yeah, that first wave 1 is done. So you see we didn't break the low, so we're just in wave 2. So this could have a big move to the downside coming. I'd be looking for something like that in Nokia, CCU. So we're still looking for this pump, but if we don't get it, then you'd have to put X here, and then you would have an A, B, and a 1, 2, and then you'll get capitulation. So it's real tough. I think, you know, again, I think we'll get this leg higher, but I would still be careful buying that. See, the trend's lower. This is 5 and this is 3, not the other way around. But if you look here, you have 5. So maybe that's a flat, and we're still. So it's this part of the correction. Yeah, see, that's a 1. That's 5 off the low. So I still think we got more upside coming. So I would have to go with discount. It's very bullish, but I would go with discount for now. All right, and do what's best for you. All right, looks like I got another super chat come in, Albemarle. And I think this will be it. If I don't have any more super chats, I'm wrapping it up. As I've been on a little longer than I normally do. I may try to do another live stream tomorrow. Wow, we've had this target for a while. We're almost there. 86.62. We had 3 waves for W, a connector, A, B, C. So in a grand supercycle correction. So I would like to buy it at 86.62. 86.62. Assuming we don't bounce early. But if we do, then we'll have to reassess it. But I think you're getting that capitulation right now. And it Carnival. Oops, not technology. I think this is another one where we called to turn here. And we have, so here you see how you broke the high here. So whatever happens here, we should definitely see more upside. Divergence. So you've got an impulse off the low. It looks like you see how you erase divergence and you truncate it. I bet we truncated here. When's earnings? Ah, yeah. I wonder if earnings is going to be really good for this company. So it looks like this. This looks super bullish, guys. Super bullish with the high taken out here. This could be a really good risk reward into earnings, but you have to do what's best for you. I can't be wrong. Even if it does dump on earnings, it will just extend one of these wave 2s, and it would still find support and run later. But this is the count. It'll be interesting to see if we start to build into earnings. Kind of like we did with this look is kind of like how some of them looked at pumped. So we'll see what happens, but that's how I look at Carnival. Robinhood is a nice stock. It's one of my best stocks of the year trading, and we got in on that on the breakout. And we don't do a lot of breakout trading, but that one was one to do that on. I think we bought that at $8 on the breakout, right around here. Well, $10. I think we called the breakout here on when this high. So once we broke this high, we knew that this pullback was buyable, no matter what it was, and we got that signal. And then on my channel we had the buy here, another one too, and it's just been continuing higher. So I've been charting it. I think this is the count I'm going with right now. We have a 1-2 and another 1-2. So I think it's just going to keep going higher. I think the next area of major resistance is all the way up at $40. I do believe we'll get there. Then we can worry about like a much bigger sell-off at that point. All right, I'm just going to scan through the comments before I go off the channel, guys, and see if there's anything else. If I didn't get to your question, I may try to get it in my next market videos, the ones I chart like GDX and stuff. That's actually very close to a buy area. I think but I think gold and silver got a little bit more downside potentially, but the dollar has started to turn lower, which is good. Yeah, Baidu has stopped out on Baidu a long time ago. That's why you got to stop out on things, but small profit on that. TMF, I'm long. If you've been following me, we got that in the low 40s, and there's no reason to sell it until it's like $70 or $80. So we've been in that for a while. TNA, I'm holding for the bigger prize. I could care less about losing a couple bucks on it, but I like holding TNA. NNE, I'll take a look at NNE later. Yeah, oil. So I do want to say oil's being tricky. I think the chart on oil, I'm changing that with a bigger update. Still expect it to go lower, but I think we're in a triangle. I think we're in some kind of triangle. So that's my new update on oil. So we'll just see if that plays out. Now, if this can break out and break 88, then X is just going to extend higher, and then yeah, then we're seeing triple-digit oil again. So a lot of things can cause, well, rates going down like this, I think we already starting to see the picture come together. Why are rates dropping? The economy is slowing down. The economic leading indicators that have been coming out have been really poor, and so that's more like risk-off trade, like, you know, deflationary-like trade. So I think that's the reason rates are dropping right now. But I do think it's temporary in terms of it's not like a new secular trend lower to like negative rates. I don't think that's the case at all. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, let people know about my channel, guys. I've helped so many people, and I do all this mostly for free. One day I'll have to charge more as I get more followers. I'm gonna have to like do it, and I do plan on maybe in the fall starting something like, but very affordable. Nothing like $100 a month like some people are out. Like I'm not gonna do anything crazy. Maybe like 10 bucks, 20 bucks, something like that. And I'll add a lot more updates, trade like in and out positions, like here's your entry, here's your stop loss, you know, just give you something like a little bit more dummy proof, you know, but I'm ready to probably evolve this soon. Channel. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, guys. I appreciate all the thanks. And yeah, GME, I see a lot of GME questions. That is, I have a special video for GME and AMC. I'll just tell you GME, you know, could be in a situation that's going to try to shake out weekends. On Monday on a sell-on news event, I really see that could play out, but it's actually, remember, the entire stock market should support GME in the end. And I do think it's got a new fundamental driver. Its business will get re-engineered into something else that will generate cash flow, and that will stabilize the share price and maybe get people excited for a new dream, and create that you know, impulse higher in a wave 3 of 3. But would be careful of a massive like a shakeout move on Monday. You know, it doesn't have to happen, because if that doesn't happen, the bullish count in GME is so bullish. There's so many 1-2s. I mean, that's just like it's going to be an incredible day to the up. So, but typically, from my experience, that many 1-2s unravel to the downside because it traps too many bulls, and they get too excited in the 1-2 count, and then a little disappointment, and it's like unravels, but then it creates opportunity. So just be ready for that situation. But I do think that ultimately it will be, you know, much higher in the future, no matter what happens on Monday, and maybe even Tuesday. But you can watch my video, and that will definitely give you a good idea where things are on GME. All right, guys.